I want to tell you all about the 2016 Mazda 6. This car I will describe in 4 F words, and not the F word you're thinking of. Fun, fast, family friendly, I guess that would be 2, and fuel efficient. We had a lot of fun driving this car. I'll tell you why. It's got a lot of neat features. It's got the dual climate control. It's got a sunroof. It's got the push start engine. It's got the navigation, did I already say navigation? Navigation, Sirius XM radio, favorites, so you can tune in your favorite stations. It's got the cruise control. You can turn the volume up and down on the steering wheel. You can also look through the info of your car. You can switch stations on your steering wheel, and you can answer and hang up phone calls on the steering wheel as well, which makes the driving feature a lot more safe because you're not fiddling with all kinds of stuff. Fuel efficient. I was so surprised about the fuel efficiency of this car. Amazingly surprised. It is a 4-cylinder, so that helps with the fuel efficiency. But this car's fast. I thought for sure, as being as fast as it was gonna eat up some fuel, but it didn't at all. When the car was dropped off last week, I had a full tank of gas. Yesterday, which was Sunday, was the first time I ever had to put gas in it. I really didn't even have to because it wasn't empty, but I was driving home from shopping and I was afraid if I didn't stop, then driving home on 95, I may not be able to find a gas station. So I stopped anyways to get it because I had like 70 miles to empty, and I wasn't 70 miles away from home. But I decided to go ahead and get it because you never know what happens on 95. You can get stuck in an accident. So I put 14 bucks in here and it gave me way over half tank. I was so surprised, and I had like 200 miles till empty. That was pretty cool. Even now still I have 172 miles until empty. It does have a sport mode, which makes the acceleration a lot faster. I believe you can even drive this car in manual. We didn't try it, but there is an M, and I'm assuming it's for manual driving, and there's also some paddle shifters up at the top. So I'm assuming that's for when you want to drive manual. You use the paddle shifters. Everything is done by toggle on like this little spinning wheel, which is really fun to do because you feel like you're kind of like tuning in to something. I don't know, it's just fun. CD player, which we didn't use because we have the Sirius XM radio, so we didn't need a CD player. Large glove compartments. The trunk is huge on this car, like massive. I was so surprised how big the trunk is. I can fit my car seat long ways instead of sideways. That's how big the trunk is. It's big. Floor cup holders. It's got a Bose radio, so it's a good radio. Automatic up and down windows, which I like because it's a lot easier whenever the kids want the window down real quick. You don't have to sit there and hold the button. They just automatically go down. It does have this thing called heads-up monitoring, which I feel every car should have because it keeps your head up and not looking down at your speedometer. There's a little window that pops up and it reflects the digital display of your speed, of how fast you're going. So you don't have to worry about that. It's right there in your view. Heads up monitoring is amazing, especially in a fast car. It's got 184 horsepower and 185 pound torque, which makes the car pretty fast. Front wheel drive. It is Sky Active 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine and a Sky Active Drive 6-speed sport automatic transmission. 19-inch alloy wheels will look amazing on this car. The wheels almost match the same color as the paint, so it looks really neat. I love the way it looks. I got a lot of compliments on this car. A lot of people tell me, oh, nice car, that's a nice car. And I was like, thank you, I wish it was mine. It has seat memory, 2 positions, I think it's just 2. Start stop engine, dual climate control, auto dimming mirrors, driver mirror, and rear view mirror, which comes in handy at night because a lot of people have bright lights, and this dims them down so they're not as bright. You can still see perfectly fine. This car has LED lighting everywhere. LED lighting inside and LED lighting outside. The headlights are bright, let me tell you. I love how white they are. They're not a yellow headlight, they're a bright white, and I love that, especially when we were driving home from Disney. The road we take to get home is very wooded. There's always deer on that road. That's my biggest fear, is a deer running out in front of me, and I loved that I could see far in front and far to the sides, so I was aware if there was deer coming. There was not any deer that ran out in front of us. Thank goodness. Super comfortable in the back seat. The only issues that we did have in the back was I had a hard time putting in Emily's car seat with the latch system because the leather was a little bit tougher to get through than normal, and the latch system was a little further down into the seats than normal vehicles, which made it a little bit difficult, but it wasn't a big deal. Once I got it in, the car seat wasn't coming out anyways, so it was fine once I got it in there. Sawyer did have a little bit of an issue trying to buckle in his seatbelt because of the angle that his seatbelt is in. I did it and it was perfectly fine. I had no issue. It has pretty cool cruise control to where it's got the same cruise control as some other vehicles I had mentioned, but if you guys have not heard about that, it is called adaptive cruise control. So when you're on an interstate or wherever you're using cruise control and you have it set to say 75, let's say someone comes up and gets in front of you that's going 70 and you're going 75, you're going to come up to them pretty quick. But this car does not let that happen. The car will slowly slow down to the same speed as the car in front of you. Once that car gets over, or you get over, then your cruise control will automatically speed back up to the speed that you had it set at before, which is really, really neat. And you can also set the car lengths too. Like if you want it to slow down when the car that's in front of you is 4 lengths behind, 3 lengths behind, 2 lengths behind, or 1 car length behind, then it will slow down. Super easy to use. My husband had no issue setting the cruise control. Done. It's easy. And you can adjust your speed accordingly also on the steering wheel, which is nice. It comes with 2, I believe 2. Yes, 2 cigarette ports. I call them cigarette ports, I know what they are. And 2 USB ports, and also an auxiliary port. Lots of airbags. Plenty of airbags. This car's gonna keep you safe. We got an airbag in the dash. We have airbags on the sides. Plenty of airbags. Bose stereo system, which is nice. Let's see what's playing. Oh, good old Darius Rucker. Also has a cool mute button so that we can turn the radio off quickly. Heated seats in the front, which come in handy, especially when we were on our way home from Disney. I was freezing my booty off. I had to turn my heater on because my husband had it 60 degrees in here. But luckily, there's dual climate control, so I could set my side to 75, 80, and I was nice and warm in no time while he was nice and cool. Oh, automatic rain sensing windshield wipers. So when it senses that rain hits the windshield wipers automatically come on, which came in handy on our way home from Disney. They automatically just came on. You didn't have to worry about it. Same with the headlights, automatic. They come on when lights go down. They stay on. There is lights that stay on constantly, but they're like just kind of like just regular running lights. But when it gets dark, the headlights, full headlights come on along with the fog lights. This car has a mean look to it with the headlights on. It looks mean, but it's not. This is a very nice car. Not a mean car, but it just looks that way. I don't know if I said this or not. I did get a lot of compliments on this car. I did say that. I did say that already. Sunglass holder, doors that you can switch on and off. It does have the vanity mirrors in the sun visors with lights. For $33,000, you can get this car fully loaded with all the extras. The base price of this is $21,495, which is not a bad deal considering how nice this car is. This is a good car, good, fast, safe car for your family. I would suggest this car for any family 4 or under, like 4 family members or under. A 5 would be kind of tight, but it is doable. A couple who has no kids would be perfect. An older couple who's wanting to feel young and frisky again and get a nice fast car. This is good for anybody who's having that, what they call it, midlife crisis. Or a great commuting car back and forth to work because of the fuel efficiency. That's pretty much everything that I could tell you about the Mazda 6. It does have sport mode, which I just looked, which makes the car accelerate a little bit quicker than normal. And that's the one thing that I thought was going to make the fuel eat up the most, having it in sport mode, because of the way you're accelerating, but it didn't. It was fine. That's pretty much it, guys. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I am going to be doing more car reviews for you. I'm not a major car person. I don't know all about engines and all that fancy smancy stuff, but I know enough to know that I like to see what cars have to offer, what's new in cars these days, and I like to share it with you guys. So if you want to see more, subscribe. Hit that little red subscribe button and you'll know exactly whenever I do a new car review. So yes, like I said, remember, thumbs it up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you when we see ya. Bye.